Hello Moonies! It's me, Moonliight-chan, and we're finally doing a let's play of one of my favorite visual novels, Kara no Shoujo, aka The Girl in the Cell. Or in this case, Kara no Shoujo, aka The Girl in the Cell. Well, or in this case, Kara no Shoujo. Now it's known as The Cell. Well, Part 1 Inferno. Kara no Shoujo. Ah, jeez. Now it's known as The Cell. Jeez. I forgot to change the volume on Kick. Anyway, this is my first time gonna be streaming on Trovo because this visual novel, well, it's a murder mystery and there's nudity, so obviously I can't show this on YouTube. Man, jeez. You know, I kind of wish there was, how do I put this? A version of YouTube that appealed to adults. I'm not asking for a porn site, but a part of a subsection of YouTube that didn't allow kids, you know, but I digress. Anyway, The Cell, aka Kara no Shoujo, is one of my favorite visual novels, not only for its themes, its character and story, but also because I really love murder mysteries, and obviously, well, this is a depressing game, aka an utsuge is very depressing, but nevertheless, I love the depression of this game. I love everything about it, really. So, well, Moonies, since I've already bought it, I might as well replay it and show it to you guys. And hello new viewers from Trovo. And hello Kick. Oof, ah jeez. Let's see. Looks like everything's normal. Sweet. Okay, so jeez. Hello new viewers, what's up? Thank you for joining my let's play. Before I start, I want to let you know this is an adult visual novel with gore and nudity. You better think twice before you carry on. Ah jeez. Anyway, I gotta say, Trovo looks pretty cool as a website, but maybe I'll stream on it more in the future, but I digress. Anyway, let me check. Let's see, Restream is doing okay. Trovo looks good, and so does Kick. Sweet. Wait, hold on a minute. Jeez. Ah jeez. Sorry about that. Be right with you. Jeez. I'm just trying to check up on the stream. That's all. Ah jeez. Kinda nervous. Sit. Well, I guess I'll start. Kara no Shoujo, The Cell, Part 1 Inferno. Start. The Egg of Neonis, Part 2. Sin Katsuragi. The girl traded a small black egg for a torso, right arm, right leg, and left leg. I think the music might be a bit too loud. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Gotta fix something. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Be right with you. Hold on a minute. Jeez. There we go. Jeez. Alright, there we go. The girl traded a small black egg for a torso, right arm, right leg, and left leg. However, she still lacked a head. She looked around, but there was no one to be found. Oh dear, what am I to do? Mother will never be whole now, lamented the girl. Even if she managed to get her hands on another's head, it could never share her mother's face. Maybe I should do something about the music. Anyway, I'll save. Let's see. Sound. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I'll leave the sound effects as is. I'll leave the voice settings as is. Exit. Okay, sweet. Woo! Oh mother, where could your face be? She asked a large black egg, but there was no answer. Oh mother, my mother in this cell. Could your face perhaps be in there? Once that notion took hold, the girl could wait no longer. She placed a giant black egg on the earth before raising a giant black stone. Cease this at once. You mustn't break the cell. But the mother's voice failed to penetrate the cell and reach the girl's ears. The girl swung the giant stone down. With a resounding crack, the large black egg fractured, pieces cracking off. Mother, where could you be? The girl peeled the cracked egg as she gazed into it. However, all she found was a goopy red liquid. Mother, where are you? The girl stuck her hand into the sanguine fluid and stirred it around, yet never felt her mother's head. The liquid leaked out through the cracks in the eggs, staining the surrounding earth crimson with each passing second. No, mother is spilling out! The girl frantically fell to her hands and knees, but alas, it was too late. The ground had already absorbed far too much of the red fluid. No, no, mother! The girl wept as she screamed for her mother over and over again. But her mother would never return. The girl sobbed until she had no tears left to shed. Eventually, she rose to her feet, eyes parched as a desert. Alongside her were the broken black egg and her mother's headless body. Jeez, already starting off strong, huh? Oh, and no spoilers please, alright? I must find Mother, muttered the girl, excavating the earth that had guzzled the red liquid, which had once been her mother before burying the black eggshell and headless body there. And thus, she set out once again in search of her mother. Don't worry guys, all of this will make sense. A long journey, damn it! Oh, he who seeks the truth and aims for the summit, abandon all hope, ye who entered here. Okay, Dante. Anyway, I love the Divine Comedy. What about you, chat? The psychological test.
無心で白いカンバスに向かう。そうすれば描きたいものが頭の中に浮かんでくるような気がして、今私の周りには何もない。人も空気もしがらみも何もかも、ただこの世界に私一人という感覚。鉛筆を動かす。まだ形は見えないけれど、いつかきっとこの白い世界を私の色で埋め尽くせるような気がして。
1956, January 14th, New Moon's Age 1, New Moon, Springtide. The auditorium, silent as a grave. The air fraught with tension. I used to save. I tend to save a lot during visual novels, for real. The girls praying fervently with all their being. The trepidation looming over the auditorium was by no means solely the work of the silence. Damn it. Before the girls was a giant cross. They stood in the auditorium of Oba Girls Academy, which also served as a chapel. Even the cold January air was hardly a specter in their minds, for even a colder atmosphere dominated the room. Yukari Tokisaka gingerly opened her eyes and scanned her surroundings. Everyone was praying to the cross with their eyes set tight. Yukari soon locked eyes with the student next to her. Hello there. This girl was Suzuriko Yosumiya, one of the few friends Yukari had made in the school. I know how you feel. I mean, I've been to a church and, well, they can get pretty cold, especially if they're really the older ones.
そこを静かになさい。
The vice principal remonstrated Suzuriko in a low murmur. Well, Suzuriko, you got caught. Suzuriko obediently lowered her head, only to turn to Yukari and playfully stick out her tongue.
戦争より10年が経過し、また新しい年を迎えました。私たちは過去の反省を踏まえ、これから我が国の将来を背負ってゆかねばなりません。
Oh, hey, Aldenson, what's up? Thanks for joining. Good to see you, dude. Thank you for joining my stream. Oh, and in case you, well, concerning that character, well, it's anime. What did you expect? See, even I have the sock looks. Anyway, I hope you like visual novels. Sit back and relax, dude. And this is a murder mystery, so hope you like some gore. The student council president's clear voice reverberated through the auditorium. Mass has ended, and the opening ceremony for the new semester had begun. Orihime Tsukishima, the student council president, sonorously recited her speech in a euphonious voice. Let's see. Audentum, you said no problem. I clicked on the link and forgot all about it until I heard you. Is this new? This visual novel, Cardinal Shoujo, yeah. Basically, this is a retranslation of this game. Long story short, this visual novel was once licensed by another company named Manga Gamer back in 2011. But since Manga Gamer hasn't been paying attention to Cardinal Shoujo, another company named Serafune decided to retranslate this game called The Cell, aka Cardinal Shoujo, which translates to Girl in the Cell. I really love this visual novel, in case you can't tell. Ooh. Oh, in case you don't know, this is actually a trilogy, so yeah, there's gonna be 2 more games. I hope they get translated. Sit. Oh, and one more thing, well, Kara no Shoujo 1 and 2, they both have remakes, and the game and the version that I'm playing right now is basically a remake of the first. Woo! Which was only exclusive to Japan. Woo! Basically, I'm glad Kara no Shoujo's getting more attention. It deserves it. It's an awesome mystery. For real, dude. Woo. Anyway, chat, no spoilers, please. Thank you. Many of her peers look up to her, and Suzuriko was no exception. Yukari glanced at Suzuriko out of the corner of her eye to find that her friend was hanging on to Orihime's every word. The older girl must have held a certain appeal, though Yukari didn't quite understand it herself.
神の御心のままに我々も精進せねばなりません。皆様、清廉たる意志を持って過ごしてまいりましょう。
The auditorium roared with applause, and Yukari followed suit for formality's sake.
松組から順に教室へ戻りなさい。
The students filed out in accordance with the teacher's instructions. Suzuriko wasted no time running her mouth as soon as they reached their classroom.
ねえねえゆかり、やっぱり織姫様って凛としてて素敵だよね。
Well, calm down, Suzuriko. You must really look up to her, don't you?
そうね。
This visual novel takes place in post-World War II Japan, around 1956. Yukari didn't fawn over Orihime like Suzuriko did, but she had to admit the older girl had a charm to her that the rest of their peers didn't. Orihime was only a little older than Yukari, yet her charisma far exceeded any other students. Woo. Okay, guys, you can hear me, right? Yukari had to tip her hat when she realized just how many fans Orihime had in this girls' only school. That included Suzuriko, even though she seemed like the last person Yukari would expect to admire Orihime. Yukari saw her friend a pensive glance. Suzuriko Yosemiya was a bookworm, as well as an author talented enough to be published in popular literary magazines. Okay, thanks, Audentum. Sweet. Wow, she's a teenager? A Genki teenager, who's also a bookworm and she's an author. Oh, cool. She's just like me, for real, for real. We even have the same sort of hair. And though she kept that hush from the school, seeing how their strict regulations forbade anyone from engaging in literary activities such as writing. What's more, Suzuriko wrote not only mainstream fare, but even lewd stories for uncouth magazines. Ooh. Very sussy. Yukari had never read any of those, as Suzuriko had said she needn't bother, and Yukari wasn't one to disregard her friend's wishes.
ゆかりんどうしたの？私の顔じっと見ちゃって。
No, everything's fine, Suzuriko.
なんでもないわ。
Yukari shook her head as he turned away from Suzuriko.
ほら、草加先生が来たわよ。
皆さん、おはようございます。
Hey, Professor. Tatsuhiko Kusaka, their homeroom teacher, entered the classroom.
本日授業はありませんが、これからしばらくの時間、学年主任の先生に学生としての過ごし方を指導してもらいます。
It felt like the school had been drilling educational guidance into the students' every waking moment these days. But perhaps that was only inevitable. After all, Oba Girls Academy had a reputation to uphold. It had been a bastion of learning here in Musashino since the era of westernization, educating many ladies from respectable families. Therefore, its regulations were strict. They ranged from wearing school uniforms off campus to restricting visits to shopping districts such as Kichijoji and Shinjuku without a chaperone. Whoa, talk about uptight. Ah, jeez. But it's all a matter of reputation, not because of virtue. I just hate uppity schools like that. Jeez. It's not much of a big deal, Chad, but I'm trying to watch my own stream through Kick on my phone. But I can't seem to get it. But don't worry, everything's normal here. Anyway, let's move along. Even minor day-to-day actions, such as speaking to US military personnel, were forbidden. Well, obviously. Ladies and gentlemen, I advise you to research the rape cases between American soldiers and Japanese women. Seriously, America should not be stationed all across the world. And I know I sound like a weeb, but can somebody get those savages out of my out of the awesome land of Japan? You know, one time when I was on 4chan, I was reading it was more of a I was reading a story. Basically, an anon posted a historical anecdote. These black World War II soldiers would invade a Japanese village and rape and murder the women. And then one day, the Japanese villagers had enough and killed the black soldiers in a cave. Now, at the end of the story, the Japanese literally called the black soldiers, how'd I put this? Well, I think they called them the equivalent of niggers. I love being on Kick and Trovo. Anyway, for any foreigners watching, stay away from American military bases. Really. Oh, and I'm slightly familiar with the story of a young girl. I think her name was Yomiko. Basically, she was a 6-year-old girl who was found murdered near an American military base. I think it occurred right after World War II, and the murderer was never found. So I don't blame foreigners if they hate the American military. I don't mean to go off the subject, but I hate the fact that there's an American base right in one of my favorite countries, which is Poland. Cease. Man. Cease. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Alright, let me check. Okay, good. Everything's alright. Okay. And let's continue. And guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And once I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna try to post a VOD on my Rumble account, my Odyssey account, and I have a BitSuit account. Just type in Moonliightartist. Moonliightartist with 2 eyes. Okay, dudes? Woo! Yukari didn't mind them. She wasn't the kind to disobey the rules, after all. She merely wasn't fond of how often the school wasted her time by making her review them. Yes. I can tell by her voice, this teacher's I see you next Tuesday. Yukari's head sat up when she heard the teacher's shrill, high-strung voice.
聞いています。
The reprimanded student, one Toko Kuchiki, a member of the art club just like Yukari, replied in a dignified manner.
こちらを向きなさい。
It seemed Toko had been staring out the window, only glancing at the podium out of the corner of her eye. Toko Kuchiki was an eccentric girl, to put it mildly. That said, even her fellow girls envied her slender frame, smooth skin, and silky sleek hair black as the night.
なんですかその目は。睨みつけたりなんかして。
睨んでなどいません。
I'm with you, Toko. I hate bitchy teachers. Toko protested in an aloof tone. She truly had been glaring at all. Though Yukari could only catch a tiny glimpse of her face from that angle, Toko looked as cool as a cucumber. Cool as a cucumber, at least from where Yukari was sitting. It was almost like she had no idea she was being scolded. The other girls were all elegantly seated, as if they were worlds away, so the sight was almost alien.
そこで立っていなさい。
Jeez. The teacher thrust her pointer at Toko's chest before returning to the podium. Yukari's eyes danced around the classroom, and the next seat over was Suzuriko, resting her chin in her hands like she was about to die of boredom, while Toko was hanging her head as she stood, her upright posture quickly faltering. Toko struggled to raise her head. Her face was white as a sheet. And a moment after they locked eyes...
Toko!
Oh boy. Oh boy, what happened? I just heard something. Oh wait. Let's see. It's nothing important. Oh no, Toko! No, Toko, what's up? What's wrong? The nearest student, Toko's best friend, Toko Mizuhara, darted over to the collapsed girl.
しらじらしい真似を。放っておきなさい。
Man, I hate bitchy teachers. I hate bitchy teachers, really. Save. Toko raised her voice upon hearing the teacher's curt dismissal.
Toko! Toko!
Ah, jeez.
私なら大丈夫。
Yukari rose to her feet, unable to just sit back and watch another second.
保健室へ連れて行きます。
Oh, thank you, Yukari. You're pretty cool.
あなたは
Oh, hello. Hello there. Nice to meet you. Ah, jeez. Hello, Pablo. What's up, dude? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining my stream, dude. Woohoo! Ah, jeez. Oh, boy. Alright, hold on a minute. Ah, jeez. Oh, thank you. This is my first Trovo stream. Nice to meet you, dude. Woo! Let's see. Your name is Pablo Diallo? Nice to meet you, dude. And thank you for joining my stream. Well, I hope you like visual novels, dude. Woohoo! Anyway, let's continue.
保健委員です。
Yukari walked over to Toko after answering the teacher's skeptical question.
朽木さん。
Toko staggered to her feet as Toko propped her up on the side opposite from Yukari.
私も。
Wow, what a good friend Toko has.
いけません。水原さんは席に戻りなさい。
保健室へ行きます。
Cease. Yukari lent Toko a soda and left the classroom, Toko's eyes boring into the pair all the way. Ah, jeez. Is someone jelly? Yukari and Toko slowly proceeded down the hallway.
ただの貧血だろうから
Ah, anemia. Toko panted, leaning against Yukari.
だからもう戻っても大丈夫
そんな
Toko didn't look the least bit okay. She couldn't even stand on her own 2 feet.
もうすぐ保健室ですから
So Yukari ignored Toko and brought her to the infirmary. Once there, Yukari lowered Toko onto the bed. Toko took a deep breath and closed her eyes.
今保健の先生が来ると思うから
Yukari comforted Toko as he straightened out the seats.
ええ
Yukari felt Toko's forehead. It didn't seem like she had a fever. This game, it has gore and nudity in it, so I can't stream this on YouTube. I gotta admit, so far I'm having fun streaming on Trovo, and obviously I get to say what I want to. Woohoo! Like niggers. Let's see. Alright, let's do this. Oof.
朽木さん、具合はどう？
Hello, nurse. Ah, jeez. Let's see. Then Timmy said, understandable, I got hit with violence on one of my videos on YouTube because of the game I was playing in the background. I swear. I kinda wish YouTube had like a subsidized section that was meant for adults. I'm not saying it should be a porn site, but it should be like the old version of YouTube, you know? One that didn't worry about kids or advertisements, you know? If that were real, I can post this a violent visual novel. Excuse me. The door opened and a second later, the school nurse Nene Akazaki strolled in.
だいぶ良くなりました
Toko mumbled from under the covers.
では私はこれで
Well, see you, Yukari. You're a nice girl. Yukari bowed and was about to leave when Akazaki stopped her.
時坂さん、もうすぐ放課後になるからここにいても構わないわよ。
ですけど
朽木さんのそばにいてあげてちょうだい。
Yukari glanced at Toko. The latter was looking back at her with shaky eyes, not seeing the screams she could use a friend.
わかりました
Yukari nodded and plopped down onto a stool. You know what? Maybe I should move the chat a bit. Let's see. Okay. No. Wait a minute. There we go. That's alright, Toko. We all had our anemia strikes.
いいの
Yukari smiled at Toko. Everyone felt anxious when sick, no exceptions. Yukari understood that well, since she wasn't exactly the picture of health herself. She knew she was grateful and relieved to have her brother by her side whenever she was bedridden with the fever.
終わったみたいね。
Ooh, class is over. Woo! School's out, let's go. Akazaki muttered, facing the desk. Yukari gave Toko a once over. Toko was breathing peacefully with her eyes shut. Figuring Toko was in the clear now, Yukari quietly rose to her feet.
Toko!
Suddenly, Toko burst into the infirmary. Hey, new viewers, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out Moonliightartist on YouTube, as well as our Let's Play channel, MoonliightGaming. Woo! Toko dashed over to Toko's bed, panting like mad. She must have come running as soon as the bell rang. Might as well save again. Exit.
大丈夫どこえ
Toko feebly opened her eyes.
朝食を抜いたのがいけなかったのかな
Unfortunately, Toko didn't look the least bit amused by Toko's joke.
本当に心配したんだから
Yeah, both of these girls are named Toko, but they have different last names. And I'm no expert in Japanese, but I think the kanji must have different meanings.
ちゃんと食べなきゃダメよ
Akizaki chided Toko with a small smile on her face.
そうですね
It appeared Toko really had been sick with worry about Toko. Yukari wondered if it had something to do with how their names were pronounced the same. Though Toko was also a member of the art club, she rarely spoke to Yukari in class or during club hours. Perhaps it was because both of them were quiet and inconspicuous creatures. In contrast, Toko stuck out like a sore thumb. She was more or less the same as Yukari when it came to their quiet demeanors. Yet Toko Kuchiki's very existence resembled a beautiful flower in comparison. It's not much of a big deal, but let's see. This is the history tab, the backlog, I guess. She's like a sterling lily in full bloom. Suzuriko had once said of her. How very poetic, Suzuriko. And honestly, Yukari understood that sentiment. Toko exuded the air of a one-in-a-million flower no one would ever dare pluck from its roots. Symbolism! Anyway, no spoilers, okay, chat? Toko was the only one who dared stick with her. Not that Yukari was one to talk when she had Suzuriko constantly by her side. Just then, Toko glared sternly at Yukari.
時坂さんトウコには私がついているからもういいわよ
Toko occupied the stool Yukari had vacated and took Toko's hand in her own. It's not much of a big deal, but sometimes I hear a little plop sound. Is it coming from Trovo? Whatever. Anyway, I still like Trovo so far. It's working pretty well. Jeez. Well, alright, let's continue.
それでは私はこれで
Yukari left the infirmary to find Suzuriko waiting for her.
はいゆかりのカバンありがとう
Hey, Suzuriko! Oh, thank you for waiting! Suzuriko handed Yukari her bag, grinning without a care in the world.
元気なさそうだけどどうしたのえそう
Yukari touched her own cheeks to check, only to belatedly realize there was no way she could tell what her face was betraying by doing so.
気のせいだったかな
Suzuriko scratched her cheek with an embarrassed smile on her face. She was probably being considerate of Yukari, a trait the latter greatly appreciated.
ありがとうつづり子
Aww. Such good friends. I love these two. Thus Yukari thanked her in a voice so quiet that the slightest whisper of wind would have drowned it out. Yukari went to the art room after saying her goodbyes to Suzuriko. You know, even though we're at the beginning of the game, we can already see female friendship being a theme of this game. There's Toko Kuchiki and Toko Mizuhara, and there's Yukari Tokisaka and Suzuriko Yosemiya.
時坂先輩おはようございます
A girl already there stood up and greeted Yukari. She was Yui Nishizono, Yukari's underclassman and fellow art club member.
おはよう西園さん
Yukari returned to the salutations and placed her art supplies on the desk.
時坂先輩も始業式から部活に出るんですね
Chat. We're gonna take a short intermission. I'll be right back in a few minutes. Okay, please be patient. Alright, yo Moonies, I'm back. Yo. Alright, let's continue with this. And who's the new student? Oh, hey Yui.
家にいる間全然書けなかったから
Yukari pulled out her pencil and checked the sharpness, wondering if it'd be best to save it down a little with the pocket knife first. Do you guys remember the times when you can just save down your pencil with a pocket knife? Do you remember all the times when students can carry pocket knives? You can't? Well, me neither. But Pepperidge Farm remembers.
忙しかったんですか
そうね物草の兄が年末年始に何もしてくれなかったから
大変ですね
Ah, jeez. I know a certain someone who's lazy around the holidays. Yui gave her a little shrug in response before displaying her own art supplies on the desk.
両親が亡くなってから随分経つからもう慣れてしまったけれどね
そうだったんですか。
I agree with you, Yui.
気にしなくてもいいのよ。
私も似たような。
Yui's words were interrupted by the clattering of the art room's door.
ユイいる？あ、時坂先輩。
Hello there. A girl peeked her head through the door and bowed to Yukari. Her name was Aya Musato, a freshman in the kennel club. She stopped by the art club frequently since she and Yui were friends. As such, it was only natural that she got acquainted with Yukari and the rest of the club.
佐藤さん、剣道部は？
今日は休みなんですよ。
Kendo. Man, Kendo is so cool. I want to learn how to fight with a sword. But I might as well get a gun. 'Cause America, fuck yeah. 'Cause Aimu placed her bag down.
冬休み中ずっと部活がありましたから、始業式くらいは休みにしようって。
ずっとお正月も？
さすがに元日はお休みでしたけれど、2日からはずっとです。
Aimu said that as if it were only a matter of fact. Oh well. Oh, I was just checking the chat. Don't worry, Moonies. So far everything's good. Honestly, the stream is more stable than when I'm streaming on YouTube. But whatever.
剣道部って大変なのね。部活動だけだったらいいのだけれど、ずっと先輩に引っ張り回されていたから。ああ、歩夢は人気があるもの仕方ないと思うわよ。お手洗いにまでついてこなくてもいいと思うんだけど。
Ugh, they follow you in the bathroom? Weird. Apparently some people were just into that, though Yukari couldn't quite wrap her head around why.
美術部は休み中に集まることはなかったわね。自主活動だけで。
Not that Yukari had actually done any herself, that said.
私は少しだけだったら、みかんとか鏡餅とかのスケッチだけですけれど。あ、そうだ、歩夢、今度モデルをやってくれないかな。モデル？ええ、もちろんヌードでね。先輩たちには評判になると思うんだ。別にいいけど高いよ。いくらなら脱ぐ？2万円くらいかな。ほら、去年トランジスタラジオが発売されたじゃない。あれがそのくらいだったから。ラジオか。私だったらテレビの方が欲しいかな。
テレビよりも先月出た電気炊飯器が欲しいわ。兄さんに頼もうかしら。
Oh, Yukari. You're such a Yamato Nadesco.
先輩って家庭的ですよね。
家にいるとそうなってしまうのよ。
かもしれませんね。
There goes that plopping noise. I mean, sometimes I hear it. Now that I'm streaming on Trovo, where is it coming from? Ah, jeez, who cares? Yui nodded.
家にいる時でも時間を見つけてカタツムリを描いていればよかったわ。
カタツムリですか。
Yui inched back ever so slightly.
ええ、突然変異で右巻きになった 左巻きマイマイを飼っているの。
右巻きで左巻き。
Aimu blinked repeatedly.
時坂先輩は虫とかが好きだから。
Yui smoothed things over with an awkward smile.
春になればもっと描けるのに、家の近くに大きな池があるから、そこでゲンゴロウやタニシを集めるのよ。
Cybister japonicus and pond snails.
ゲンゴロウってなんだかゴキブリみたいじゃありません？
全然違うわよ。ゲンゴロウは甲虫だし、ゴキブリに近いのはむしろカマキリやシロアリだから。
シロアリはアリじゃないんですか？
Alright, learn something new. Thanks for the info, Yukari.
軍隊で行動するところが似ているだけよ。アリの幼虫はウジ虫のような形だけれど、シロアリは成虫に近い外見で生まれてくるの。
あまり聞きたくないです。
Yui swiftly sealed her ears.
昆虫学の勉強にもなると思うのだけど、残念ね。
Ah, jeez. Yukari's very interesting, really. This actually breaks the molds of the sweet, gentle Yamato Nadesco, but I digress. Let's see. Well, let's continue.
そういう問題ではないと思います。
Maybe I should save again. Don't worry, folks. This is a murder mystery. This is just a prologue. We're getting there.
そう。とにかくどこかにスケッチに行ければいいのですけれどね。
Yui hastily changed the topic, clearly. She did not share her schoolmate's fondness for insects.
まだ寒いから、写生をするなら春になってからかしらね。
Yukari glanced out the window. Though no snow had piled up, the trees had shed their leaves and were shivering in the colds.
ですけど、さっき校庭で朽木先輩が絵を描いていましたよ。
朽木さんが？
Though Toko drawing on her own was nothing new, it was surprising that she already made a full recovery, considering she had been resting in the infirmary not too long ago.
水原さんはいなかった？
水原先輩ですか？すみません、わからないです。
Aimu apologetically bowed her head.
そう。
Yukari stood up and headed for the door, worried about whether Toko could handle the cold all by herself.
時坂さん、ちょうどよかった。
日下先生。
Yukari swiftly leaned back to avoid bumping into Kusaka as he entered the art room.
先ほどの生活指導の印刷物を渡すのを忘れていましたから、これを。
Thanks, Professor.
あ、わざわざありがとうございます、先生。
She took the handout and bowed.
まだ保健室ですか？
Wait, let's hear it again. No, wait.
朽木さんはまだ保健室ですか？
Kusaka curiously glanced around the art room.
佐藤さんの話では校庭にいるようですけれど、私が渡しましょうか？
そうですね。
Alright.
それではよろしくお願いします、時坂さん。
Yeah, yeah.
ちょっと朽木さんのところへ行ってくるわね。
Yui looked up with a dazed expression on her face.
ました。
それじゃあお留守番よろしくね、二人とも。
Yukari bade her farewells to Yui and Ayumu before heading for the schoolyard. A nippy breeze cut through the broad area. Yukari headed for the shade of the school building, wishing she remembered to wear a coat. Toko was sitting there face to face with an easel. She was so focused that Yukari simply stood in place, unable to bring herself to say a word to her classmate. Toko wasn't there. She must have excused herself so she wouldn't distract Toko. However, Toko's canvas remained as white as the virgin snow.
朽木さん。
ああ、時坂さんか。
プリントを渡しておいてと頼まれたから。
ありがとう。
もう大丈夫なの？
時坂さんには心配をかけてしまったようだね。
Well, I'm glad you're better, Toko. But you shouldn't be out here. You'll freeze to death. Toko glanced up at Yukari and saw her a small grin. It was a look that almost stopped the heart of even a fellow girl like Yukari. Perhaps it was because of her masculine way of talking. Even though her appearance was the epitome of a delicate young maiden, her speech pattern stood in stark contrast to that. Maybe that was why Yukari was taken by that disparity.
まだ何か用？
何を書こうとしているのか少し気になって。
そうだね。私にもまだわからないよ。
Toko stared at the blank canvas.
書きたいものがまだ見つかっていないのかもしれないね。
焦る必要はないと思うけれど。
It wasn't like this for homework after all. The art club was merely a gathering of students who enjoyed drawing. Vice Principal Saiki, the club's advisor, said all that mattered was that they had fun.
そうだね。ゆっくり考えるかな。
Toko stowed her pencil and got up.
時坂さんはこれからどうするの？
Oh, you want to hang out with us, said Toko?
私は新宿にいる兄のところに行くつもりだけれど。
Yukari said exactly what was on her mind.
そうか。お兄さんは探偵だったっけ？
ええ、家ではあまり役に立たないけれど。
Yukari answered Toko's question with a weary smile on her face.
まあいいや。私はもう行くよ。
Alright, see ya.
また明日。
Ah, jeez. See ya, Toko.
ええ、また明日。
See ya. Yukari took the Chuo line from Musashi Sakai to Shinjuku. School regulations forbade them from visiting any shopping districts. Yet Yukari still visited the area because her brother's detective agency was located in a building not too far from the station. She left through the east exit, brought a dumpling from Nakamura, and made her way down a narrow alley. The 6th building postbox read Tokisaka Detective Agency. The place was run by Reiji Tokisaka, Yukari's brother, though naturally it only amounted to a single room in this building. Wow, nice building though. I gotta admit, I really like turn of the century architecture. It's way better than the generic modern architecture we have today. Seriously, modern architecture is either generic or ugly. Blech. She received no answer. Yukari pulled for a brass key out of her bag and put it in the keyhole, figuring he was probably out working. Ew, what a pigsty! Ugh. Yukari heaved a deep sigh the moment she saw the room. The floor was practically buried under scraps of paper. Furthermore, a murky ochre liquid had been coagulated in a drinking glass on the table for who knew how long. And the haphazardly abandoned pieces of toast on the plate were probably moldy by this point. Yukari had last been here just before the new year, yet her brother had done an impressive job of reducing her painstaking efforts, all ruined in 2 short weeks. Oh boy.
少しは自分で片付けることもすればいいのに。
Yukari grumbled, despite knowing the target of her complaints wasn't anywhere in earshot. She then placed her bag on the sofa and decided to start cleaning the room. Her first order of business was gathering up all the papers on the floor. However, she couldn't afford to carelessly throw any of them away. Some may have been important work documents after all. So instead, she crouched down, straightened out the papers, and neatly folded them. Ominous scribblings of words like murder and kidnapping littered the documents here and there. As usual, her brother was throwing himself headfirst into the most dangerous of cases and little else. She wished he played it safe and stick to jobs like finding lost dogs instead. Especially considering the man in question had said he was more of a scholar than a fighter. While he had indeed spent time in the military and the police, her brother was still the sensitive type at the end of the day. No. Yukari stacked the papers onto the desk and moved to clean the table next. She took the plate of moldy toast and dumped it into the garbage. Afterwards, she took the drinking glass, poured its contents down the drain, and carefully washed it. Several fraction milky white cells were strewn across the sink. Perhaps that liquid in the glass had, in fact, been eggs, meaning he was likely drinking them raw. A thought that made Yukari cringe. As she picked them up and threw them in the trash, gripping them so tight that they cracked with a resounding snap.
あとは
Geez, Yukari, I feel kinda sorry for you. Yukari took another look around the room and found a pile of dirty clothes haphazardly heaped in the corner. She couldn't very well do laundry there though, so bringing them home was her only choice.
匂わなければいいけれど。
Yukari grumbled as she folded up her brother's shirts and underwear. She turned around when she heard the familiar clack of the agency door.
あ、おかえりなさい兄さん。
Reiji Tokisaka, POV change. I had my suspicions when I found my office unlocked, but seeing my sister staring at my underwear was still the last thing I expected to find. Here's a fun fact. Okay, so in the original version of Kara no Shoujo 2, Reiji was voiced by Junichi Suwabe, aka the Japanese voice of Archer from Fate. From the Fate franchise, seriously. Yeah, but in the remake of Kara no Shoujo 2, he's replaced by a different voice actor. The same guy who's voicing Reiji in this, in Kara no Shoujo 1. Ugh.
洗って汚れが落ちるかどうか考えていたのよ。
Well, Reiji, she is doing your work. Cease. Yukari folded my underwear without a second thought, going through the same song and dance we'd done 1,000 times before.
少しは自分でお掃除したらどうですか、兄さん。
Damn right, Reiji. Yeah, I mean damn right, Yukari. Cease. I don't like the idea of cleaning after other people. Ugh. I gave the first excuse that came to mind before hanging my jacket off a chair and sitting down. A look around the agency revealed that it was a hell of a lot cleaner. No, it just gone back to the way it was a few weeks ago. I was one big ass slob, no questioning that. Picturing how the place would look without Yukari's periodic cleaning sessions gave me the chills. Damn, Reiji. You're so lazy.
いつもすまないな。
Cease. You might as well start paying Yukari though. Cease.
いいのよ。兄さんはお仕事で忙しいのでしょうから。
Yukari finished folding and took out a paper bag.
はい、中華まん。少し冷めてしまったけれど。
構わないさ。いただくよ。
I was starting to get hungry, and Nakamura-yan's dumplings were tasty even when cold, so she get no complaints from me.
兄さん、お仕事は順調？
一両日中には肩がつきそうだ。
I munched on my dumpling. There was this case involving the murder of a millionaire over his inheritance that I've been working on ever since the end of last year. I determined the culprit, so all that was left was to notify the police to get that son of a bitch behind bars.
危険ではないの？
There was a nervous edge to Yukari's voice.
ただの調査に危険なことなんてないさ。
I gave a disarming smile. No job was ever safe for certain. You never knew around which corners danger was lurking. I knew a guy who'd been reduced to Swiss cheese over a simple infidelity investigation. Even searching for a lost cat had its fair share of risk. Ah, jeez, I keep saving.
だったらいいのだけど。
Yukari didn't sound any less tense. It seems he didn't have much faith in me. Though it was my fault for losing her trust to begin with.
帰るか、ゆかり。
お仕事はもういいの？
年が明けてから帰ってないからな。仕事の方は問題ない。
でしたら、これは兄さんが持ってくださいね。
Yukari handed me my clothes, now wrapped in a cloth.
いくら冬とはいえ、これだけ放置していたら匂ってきそうだもん。
Yep, this one was on me too. Ew, Reiji! So gross. If you took the JNR line from Shinjuku to Niski, Okikubo and headed due north along the Zenbokuji River, you'd find a Tokisaka residence. Not a nice house, pretty small. Yukari and I had lived there all by ourselves ever since we lost our parents in a plane crash a few years prior. I mean, aw, how sad. Though honestly, I didn't really spend much time at home to begin with. Yukari opened the door and headed inside.
お洗濯物は脱衣所に置いてくださいね。
その前に着替えてくる。
I left my clothes in the living room and slid open the door to my room. It was freezing, hardly a sock, considering the place had been uninhabited all day. I quickly donned a kimono and brought my old clothes back to the living room.
夕飯は鶏鍋でいいかしら。
Is chicken and vegetable hot pot alright for dinner?
ああ、任せる。
I mindlessly answered and tried to pass Yukari to take a bath.
お風呂に入りたいのでしたら、ご自分で沸かしてくださいね。
分かってる。
I bundled my kimono up and shivered from the cold as I waited for the gas boiler to start spewing hot water. After taking a piping hot bath, I returned to my room to kill some time reading. My thoughts turned to ancient Rome as I flipped through a book about the history of the Gallic Wars. Ah, Reiji, you bookworm. I think I know another bookworm you'd be friends with, but I digress. Anyway, I'll save again. Woo! You still with me, Moonies? Well, thank you for... this is a good visual novel, I swear. I mean, so far the prologue is already well, the prologue's pretty good, even though this wasn't in the original. You know what, chat? I'm gonna take another small break. Well, don't worry, I'll be back. So, sit back and relax, and enjoy the intermission. Not that it matters, but... Sweet. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, you guys can hear me? Hello? Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oh no. I forgot to cut off my mic. Don't worry, I'll be back. I need to get some water. Oof. Hey guys, welcome back. I got my water with me. And let's enjoy this awesome visual novel. Woo! I'm playing Kara no Shoujo, aka The Cell, Part 1 Inferno. Woo! And thank you new viewers for joining my stream. Hey guys, welcome back. Recently, Gabriel 02000 joined us. Thanks for joining, dude. Oh, hey George Mao. Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining my stream, dude. Hold on. Woo! Woo! Can I get a woo woo chat? Anyway, new viewers, this is my first Trovo stream. Thanks for joining. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and check us out on YouTube under Moonliightartist and our Let's Play channel, MoonliightGaming. When you type in Moonlight, just put 2 eyes, okay? You'll surely find us, dude. Anyway, I hope you like visual novels. I'm Moonlight-chan. Me and my twin, we're VTubers, we're artists, and we're gamers. And we're also sit posters too. Oh, and we also stream on Kick, and sometimes Twitch too. But we mostly post our content on YouTube, Rumble, sometimes Odyssey, and Bitsuit. Okay? Thank you. Thanks for joining, new Trovo viewers. Though I read this one more time so that I could begin to count, I felt like I always found something new each time.
夕飯ができましたよ。
Thanks, Yukari. Yukari was at the door. She changed into a kimono as well. Ew, I love her kimono. I know how difficult kimonos are. Well, I heard that, well, the way I see it, isn't it difficult to put on a kimono? Just saying. Let's see. Steam and a rich aroma wafted from an earthenware pot. Ew, dinner's ready! Within were chicken, scallions, bok choy, crown daisies, and konjac noodles. I had to admit, I was a bit disappointed that there weren't any shiitake mushrooms though. And instead were 2 boiled eggs floating in the broth. Okay.
さあ、いただきましょう。
Well, at least Yukari didn't put any bugs in them. Yukari put her hands together and bowed her head. Though she attended a Catholic school, this side was of her pure Japanese through and through. I dipped the chicken in a small dish of ponzu. The dish exuded a cozy heat in my stomach, warming me from the inside out.
熱燗でも一杯やりたい気分だな。
Oh boy.
そんなことを言っても、我が家にお酒はありませんよ。
Exactly. Reiji is already a slob when sober. Imagine what he'll be like when he's drunk. Yukari's face was totally
気
deadpan.
分だってだけさ。
I talked back as I noisily slurped up the noodles.
ごちそうさん。うまかったよ。
お粗末様でした。
Wow, it's already been an hour and 20 minutes. Jeez. I returned to my room and smoked a cigarette as I leafed through some documents I brought home from work. Murders and lies had been constant bedfellows ever since Cain killed Abel in Genesis 4. True. This very case, the murder of a man by his elder brother, was a testament to just how little mankind had changed since then. Of course. Rich people always have drama. What's this? Apparently, Trovo has a new feature where you can create a treasure box or something. I don't know. Let's see. So I'll work on this later. Anyway, continuing. Many rich families got into squabbles over their parents' inheritance. Unfortunately, the Tokisakas were not exactly rich, so the only real inheritance our parents left us was this house and mountains of books. Oh hey, and that's even worth more than money. After all, knowledge is power.
おかげさまでうちは家族円満だ。
Yeah.
そうですね。
Yeah. These two are so chill, even though Reiji is a slob. Yukari entered the room and nodded.
そろそろ寝ます。
ああ、おやすみ。
Yeah. Good night, Yukari.
兄さんも夜更かしなどせずに早く眠ってくださいね。
Okay, Yukari.
子供じゃないんだから。
おやすみなさい。
Yukari closed the door and left. I stubbed out the stump that was my cigarette in a nearby ashtray.
寝るか。
I got up and rolled my futon out of the closet. A few moments later, I curled up under the covers aside. I have to report the details of my investigation tomorrow.
明日は日曜か。
Well, you gotta deal with it, Reiji. Come on, you're the adult here. Well, whatever. The guy would still be annoying him. After all, there is no leisure for the poor, be they detectives or police inspectors. I settled off to sleep while regretting the fact that I hadn't brought a bed warmer into the futon with me. 1956, January 15. Moon ages to waxing crescent, springtide.
やれやれ。
Oh, here's one of my songs from the game. Woo! I heaved a deep sigh and collapsed into my chair as soon as I returned to my office. No sooner did I finish handing in my investigation report than did the police saddle me with another job.
あの野郎。元同僚とはいえ、俺を便利屋か何かと勘違いしてるんじゃないのか。世の中は愛も変わらず殺しばかりか。
It seemed there'd be a shooting in Shimorenjaku Mitaka that ended with the death of the manager of a small local factory. I figured it was probably the work of some gangsters. A decade had passed since the war, and the reconstruction that followed was still ongoing. However, there just wasn't enough land to build large factories and new residential districts. Thus, some short-sighted individuals on the seedy underbelly of society assumed they could steal the land if they got rid of the landowner.
とはいえ、裏付けも取らないとならないからな。
Oh boy. I got up and put on my coat. So much as I didn't like walking around the code, being a detective was all about dealing with the harshest side of life, though that didn't change how it seriously sucked. But first order of business was questioning the locals, narrowing down the suspects, and investigating with the intent to arrest. It seemed I had another busy year ahead of me. Okay, January 18th. Alright. 1956. I went home after finishing my investigation in Mitaka. A savory aroma drifted from the kitchen. Yukari must have beaten me back.
ただいま、ゆかり。
おかえりなさい。
Yukari poked her head out of the kitchen. Her face looks somewhat
どうした
pale.
ゆかり風邪でもひいたのか
そうではないけれど。
Yukari trailed off and resumed cooking dinner. A glum expression still etched into her face. Though I was curious, I knew my sister well enough to realize she is eventually bringing up on her own.
兄さん。
Yukari finally broached the topic right after dinner, just as I expected.
何かあったのか
I set down my cup of coffee.
ええ。部活の後輩のことで、昨晩から家に帰っていないらしくて、心配で。
Ooh, oh no. This is a murder mystery game, guys.
家出じゃないのか
It was fairly common for girls her age. Youth had always been about getting worked up over things that would seem hilariously trivial in hindsight of adulthood. Damn, I must be getting old myself to be thinking along those lines.
親御さんは捜索願いを出したのか
それがわからないの。出しているとは思うんだけれど。
だとしたらあとは警察の仕事だ
Oh boy.
兄さん。
Ugh. Yukari saw me a steely glare, opening her mouth for a stern admonishment.
いいか一階の探偵にできることなんてごくわずかなんだ行方不明者の捜索ならば人数を多くかけられる警察の方がずっと確実だ
そうかもしれないけれど。
Yukari suddenly turned meek, just as she was about to counter. She must have gotten my point.
そう心配しなくてもすぐに帰ってくるだろうさ
I hope she's alright.
俺も仕事の合間に調べられるだけ調べてみるから心配するな
よろしくお願いね、兄さん。
January 19th, 1956. Hey chat. I'm gonna take another short break. Be back. I'll be right back. Don't worry. I'll be back soon, Moonies. See ya. Oof. Well, folks, I'm back. I just had to turn off the AC in my room. Have you guys ever experienced, even though it's in the middle of summer, the AC makes your room a little bit too cold, and then you suddenly turn it off, and then all of a sudden you want to turn it back on, but you're afraid of getting the sniffles? Sometimes I like that. Sometimes I might get a little too sensitive to temperature changes during the summer. You know how it is between using the AC and dealing with the humid summer air. But don't worry, I can deal with the heat. Even though I'm white as the moon, I can handle, the strong summer sun. But let's move on. Alright, so I save again. So why not? Says doggo. Cease. I need to get a dog whistle, chat. That's my neighbor's dog. The sun set in the west, casting a vermilion cloak over my surroundings. Now then, where to? Alright, let's see. We can go to Moonworld, Inokashira Park, which is in Gotenyama Musashino, or we can head over to Shinjuku Station, Kabukicho Shinjuku. Well, luckily for you, chat, I have a guide on me. Man, I love this song. Kara no Shoujo so awesome. I'm getting some weird pop-ups from Trovo. Jeez. Okay, basically on Trovo, they have something equivalent to Twitch bits, which is like elixirs and whatnot. And I don't know. I'm not really interested in that, but whatever. Anyway. Let's see. Let's head over to Inokashira Park. The doorway south of Kichijoji Station was a pond and reefed by trees. This was Inokashira Park. There were few to no people around, probably because it was winter, a weekday, and getting late. Naturally, there were no food stalls present either. Same. I had been craving for some takoyaki.
Sate.
Takoyaki, you say? If you guys are familiar with the franchise, you'll probably get the reference of takoyaki stands. I hadn't come to take a break. The shooting I was investigating took place not too far from here. Heck, the factory in question was visible between the trees. I took out a sketch of the crime scene the police had provided me and compared it to what I was looking at. Maybe I've been jumping the gun to assume this was the work of gangsters. What was that sound? I turned toward the splash I suddenly heard. Ripples spread from the center of the pond. Had something fallen in? I spotted a man with a pop coat collar on the opposite shore hoofing it. Who is that? Something smelled fishy. I prepared to give chase, only to stop when I realized where he was going. Isn't that... I glanced back at the pond again. The ripples had already faded. There was no way anyone could reach the center from the shore, no matter how hard they tried. Well, of course not, Reiji. Hold on a minute. Hey guys. Is the background too yellowish? I mean, I used the saturation filter. Whatever. It doesn't look too bad. Jeez. So I figured it was best to just leave it to the experts. Reiji, should you at least call the cops? I mean, technically, you just saw someone do something in the lake. Doesn't that count as littering? Especially the part regarding the victim's relatives. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go. Let's see. Should I head over to Moonworld? Or Shinjuku Station? Let's go over here, to Moonworld. The place I headed to was just past the remnants of the black market, north of Kichijoji Station. I arrived at my destination, Moonworld. Aww. What a nice name for a cafe. And it's so small and cute too. It was a small cafe right outside the shopping district. The joint was highly regarded for its tasty coffee and pastries by the handful who actually knew of it anyway. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have been aware of it, either if my old friend didn't run the place.
いらっしゃい。あら、時坂くんじゃない。
Did you hear the ala ala voice? The woman working the counter smiled when she saw me.
俺じゃあ不満なのか？
Got a problem with that? Nah, jeez. The woman, when Kyoko has the key, shrugged and chuckled drolly.
だって時坂くんはコーヒー一杯でいつまでも粘るんですもの。
For all her sarcasms, he was clearly in a good mood.
そのコーヒーを一杯頼む。
And wow, this place is really chill. I don't even drink coffee, and I would visit this place.
ええ、いいわよ。焼き菓子もあるけれど、どう？
いや、もらおうか。
I hastily made a verbal backstep.
ありがとう。
Kyoko brewed up some coffee, engulfing the cafe in a mellow fragrance.
そういえば、さっきまで魚住くんがいたのよ。
やつが。
Uozumi was our mutual longtime friend. He was always dropping by this place.
仕事の途中で寄ったみたいよ。
まああいつも忙しいだろうからな。
I lit a cigarette. Well, this is the 1950s, so I think you can smoke inside. Clearly not busy enough to forget to make his habitual sojourn here, though. That said, I wasn't one to talk, given he was only busy thanks to yours truly. Kyoko set a porcelain cup of coffee in front of me.
お待ちどうさま。
悪いな。
I slurped the steaming coffee. I always took it black, no sugar, no milk, no nothing.
はい、カステラ。好きだったでしょ？
ああ。
I wasted no time taking a bite of the cake.
コーヒーはブラックなのに、カステラは甘い方が好きなのよね。
Well, I guess Reiji must be an opposite type of guy. Damn, it's already been an hour and 30 minutes. Well, an hour and 38 minutes,
ご
but
ついな
whatever.
りして砂糖を何杯も入れるやつよりいいだろう。
Not that we knew anyone like that, definitely not.
あら、飲み方は人それぞれじゃない。
だったら俺の飲み方にもケチをつけるなよ。
つけてないわよ。ただ確認してみただけよ。
Kyoko smiled as he picked up a piece of cake.
今度新しい従業員を雇うつもりなの。
この閑古鳥が鳴いている店に必要なのか？
もう時坂くんがいない時間は一人だと結構忙しいのよ。知り合いの娘さんでね、社会経験を積ませてあげたいんですって。
使えるのか？
よそのお店でお手伝いとかはしたことあるらしいから心配ないと思うわよ。
I see. If anyone's played a previous game, Cartagra, you probably know who the new arrival is going to be. They might have seen any more real-world experience. Maybe her mother was just the type who wanted her child to know their way around all sorts of jobs.
また何か考え込んでるでしょう。
いや、大したことじゃない。
I smiled at the sight of Kyoko inflating her cheeks.
仕事のこと？
まあそんなところだ。
I figured it was best to just play vague.
あまり根を詰めない方がいいわよ。疲れていると正常な判断もできなくなってしまうから。
Kyoko was painfully aware of that, far more so than anyone else. She had lost her husband 7 years prior, the original owner of Moonworld. He had worked himself so hard that he ended up in a car crash. Oh no. I'm sorry, Kyoko. The other driver was apparently an American soldier, stationed at Green Park in Musashino. Only he survived the crash. Damn. That really sucks. I hate drunkards. And I really think alcohol should be banned, but I digress. Death by car accident. That was how the official documentation had reported it. That was all, just those 4 words. The US military handled the investigation, so I never learned how it turned out, even though I was with the police at the time. What's more, they didn't even return Kyoko her husband's body. I can only imagine how much grief that brought her. What? That's so fucked up. Why didn't they return the body? Though I lost my parents in an accident around the same time as well. It happened so far away that it hadn't quite hit so hard. Ah, jeez. There's so much death in this game, and we're not even 2 hours in. However, I was so skeptical about the cause of his death that I tried to use my position in the force to unravel the truth. Sadly, it was a total bust. The US military refused to play ball, and I was even forced to call off the investigation. That was just what it meant to be on the losing end of the war, though maybe it was only a matter of course, considering the incident happened only 4 years after the conflict. Jeez. Kyoko poked my brow.
いや、随分といい時代になったと思ってな。
いい時代かしら。
Kyoko cocked her head.
少なくとも10年前から比べればよくはなっているだろう。
比べてしまえばそうかもしれないわね。
あの頃の方が楽しかったかもしれないけれどな。
ユキコがいたから。
Ah, jeez. I brushed aside Kyoko's question and turned away after lighting another cigarette. Damn it, Reiji! You just had to dirty up your office again, just as I was about to grab a bite to eat.
Oh, Reiji, 邪魔するぜ。
Hey, dude. You must be opposing me, right? Wait, hold on. A mountain of a man suddenly opened the door and waltzed right on in.
なんだ、魚住。いきなりだな。
He was Kyozo Uozumi. Though he looked like a thug, he was in fact an inspector to MPD, shocking, I know. I couldn't live with him, nor I could live without him. As much as I hate to admit it, we've been stuck together ever since we were brats, even during the war and my tenure in the police. Though I eventually ended up quitting the force first.
何しに来た？
何か分かったことがあるのか聞きに来た。
何かあったらこっちから連絡を入れるさ。
まだ何も分かっちゃいねえってのか？
いやいや、うすうすと分かってきてはいるんだがな。
I lit a cigarette.
現状に問題があった。被害者の町工場の周辺はすでに更地になっている。そこで発砲などあればどうしても周囲に響き渡る。
Yeah.
まあ、そうだな。現に付近の住人も発砲音を聞いている。
だろう？何事かと思って外に出た人もいるだろうな。現場から立ち去る人影を見た奴はいるのか？
Uozumi shook his head.
目撃者がいればてめえに捜査なんぞ頼まん。
顔は見えなくても背格好である程度は犯人を割り出せるだろうからな。
The ashes of my cigarette fell into the ashtray.
警察に通報したのは被害者の家族か。
ああ、外車と同居している息子夫婦だ。息子が倒れている外車を発見し、その嫁が警察に通報してきた。
その息子夫婦は工場の売却には賛成していたようだな。
おいレイジ、息子は調布飛行場の米軍基地で働くまっとうな人間だぞ。
つまり拳銃程度ならいくらでも入手できるな。
Technically, yeah, after all, guns are practically banned in Japan.
確か今年中に米軍基地の一部が返還されるだろう。そうすりゃそこで働く人間は大幅に削られる。金はあった方がいいだろうさ。
いや、しかし証拠がない。
井の頭公園の池をさらってみな。俺の予想が正しけりゃいいもんが出てくるぞ。
Ooh. I guess Reiji's onto something.
わかった。鑑識に伝える。
While I always credited him for being quick on the draw, he didn't realize he was going straight into my phone bill, didn't he? Wouldn't I have killed him to axe first?
おレイジ、もう一件仕事を受ける気はないか。宗教絡みの詐欺師の調査なんだが。
Religious con artist. Iwazumi asked as he covered the receiver.
そういうのは上野の探偵に回してやれよ。危険が少ない仕事を探しているようだったからな。
A fellow detective from my police days had come to mind.
初体を持ってから守りに入ったのか。
Iwazumi hung up the phone and turned back to me.
嫁さんが妊娠しているらしいからな。心配かけたくないんだろ。
Dangerous jobs were for those who didn't have much to lose after all.
で、晩飯はどうする？月世界にでも食いに行くか。
Iwazumi practically coughed up a lung after hearing that.
てめえ、なんでわざわざ吉祥寺まで行かねえとならねえんだ。
じゃあいいぞ。俺一人で行く。
I smirked teasingly, staring at Iwazumi.
いや、俺も行く。現場に行くついでだからな。
Iwazumi's face was red as a lobster. God, it was so easy to push his buttons. Does Iwazumi like someone at Moon World?
そうだな。京子の飯はうまいからな。
関係ねえだろ。
Ugh, he's spitting everywhere, gross. Whatever, I was too hungry to give a damn. Ah boy, the cell. Hatred. It was what consumed my every waking moment. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is this the... Whose perspective is this? I hated people, myself, everything in the world. And above all else, my mother. Why did I have to be born into such a filthy world? Cease. It was all my mother's fault. That reincarnation of a tainted soul was ruining everything. Poor me, miserable me. And it wasn't just me either. I was sure everyone else, from classmates to teachers to dogs and cats, were just as miserable. They had to be. However, there was one thing that set me apart from all the rest. And it was that I had her. I could live because I had her by my side. Everything about her put my heart at ease. From her eyes to her hair to every little thing she did. It was because of her that I possessed hope for the future. Perhaps I wouldn't be miserable because I had her. After all, I was about to go see her. Ooh. The moon was beautiful. She loved the moon. And so I loved it too. She appeared beneath the moonlight. I felt my body heating up. LaSalle. Phantom Castle. Introduzione. Ooh, I love the Italian here. Ooh.
幼い頃の思い出。一日中絵を描いていた。白い紙なんてなかったから、古新聞を広げて、印刷された文字も気にせずに、ちびた鉛筆で描いた。何を描いていたかは覚えていない。きっとその頃の私に聞いても答えられなかっただろう。ただ描くことが楽しかった。
Is this Toko's monologue? Ooh. Uozumi's perspective, okay. February 29th, 1956. Whoa, talk about a time skip. Uozumi's bloodshot eyes and twisted scowl betrayed his irritation at being summoned to Inokashira Park first thing in the morning. He was probably just tired, but regardless, everyone steered clear to hear him.
初動措置は済んでるんだろうな。
Uozumi grabbed a nearby police officer by the scruff of his neck. Damn, Uozumi, you don't play.
はい。鑑識課の方も到着しています。
そうかい。
Uozumi let the officer go and stepped over the rope, cordoning off the crime scene. Oh boy. He had grown used to seeing corpses in his line of work, which was why he wasn't all that surprised with what he found waiting. Oh jeez. Wait, let's save again. Ooh, I love the music. Oh, I think this is another one of my favorite songs from Karno Shoujo. It looks like it's a dismembered corpse. definitely. I can see hands and feet. And maybe this lump is the head or something. I don't know. But be that as it were, they couldn't just leave the body out in the open for all prying eyes to see.
監視はどこだ？
So getting right down to business was his best option.
こちらです。魚住巡査部長。捜査の準備は整っています。
おう、気になるところを調べていくぞ。
Alright, let's do this. Let's investigate. Ew, we're investigating. Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna save again. Okay, so in the past, when I remember playing a trial version of the original Karno Shoujo, and basically you have to investigate everything if you don't want to get a bad ending. Alright. A body had been dumped by the sewer. However, it was difficult to make out from afar, meaning a closer inspection would be necessary. Zoom in. Whoa. I see hands. I think I see a pair of feet. I see some maggots. And a decaying head. Ugh.
べっぴんさんが台無しだな。
Though the head had decayed significantly, there was still just barely enough to identify it as a girl. Her eye sockets had hollowed, a plethora of holes gnawed into her face by wriggling white maggots. Oh jeez. Uozumi's nose stung with the fetid stench as soon as he unfolded the cloth.
宇治まで湧いてやがる。死んでから随分と時間が経っているようだな。
宇治の成長具合から見て、この時期だと2週間近く経っているようですね。
The forensics officer picked up and studied a centimeter-long maggot before giving his analysis.
2週間か。その間ずっとここに仏さんがいたわけはねえな。
So the maggots were cultivated and grown, and they were planted onto the corpse before it was dumped here. See, I told you I love mystery novels. Meaning the murder must have happened somewhere else. Yeah. What's with the black cloth?
おう、この布切れは何だ？
Uozumi pointed to the black cloth blanketing the corpse's arms.
遺体を包んでいた布のようです。妙なことに両腕だけがこいつにくるまれていました。
Let's see. The pair of legs are left bare.
腕だな。
Arms, huh? They were rotten to hell and back. The decomposed flesh exuded a foul reek. Alright, I see the legs.
足は付け根から切られているのか。
Two legs were sprawled across the ground. Parts of them festered with maggots scrambling about.
やれやれ、たまらねえな。
And though the body's severed limbs and head were littered haphazardly across the dirt, the torso was nowhere to be found.
おう、胴体はどこだ？
まだ発見されていないようです。
そうか。
Oh jeez. Does that mean the killer has it? Serial killers tend to keep trophies. It'd be a headache for everyone if it had been dumped in the pond. It seemed any further details would have to wait on forensics people. Alright, let's see. Is there any more areas we should check? Let's see. I tend to be very meticulous, and damn, we hit the 2-hour mark. Way to go, chat! Woohoo! Let's see. Alright. Uozumi looked around. No, it was in the heart of the park. The spot was surrounded by trees. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I don't want to go hiking in a huge park. You know, those type of parks that borderline look like forest. I mean, you're bound to find a dead body there, right? The most of me will have to get closer to figure out more. Let's see. Let's see. Nothing. The pond was surrounded by a keep-out rope. Naturally, it was to keep civilians away from the crime scene. Hold on. Well, I guess that's everything, chat. Well, I'm gonna save again. An investigation? Alright.
目はいるのか。
第一発見者は今朝公園内を散歩していた近所のお年寄りです。この人は昨夜もこの辺りにいたらしく、その時は何もなかったと言っています。
すると夜中のうちに運ばれてきたってことか。
It was hard to imagine the culprit had dismembered the body at this very spot, considering the lack of blood stains. What's more, the trains wouldn't have been running that late at night. So either the murder happened nearby or the culprit used the car to transport the victim.
こんなもんか。
Wait. Ilozumi figured he'd turn over every stone he possibly could. The rest was a job for forensics. Let's see. Cake is doing okay, and so is Shoujo. Awesome. With his investigation more or less finished, Ilozumi left the crime scene and lit a cigarette.
仏は解剖に回して身元その他を調べてもらえ。あとは周辺の聞き込みは任せたぞ。
わかりました。
了解であります。
The forensics officer started gathering the body parts as the cop left. Ilozumi had done his duty here. You could see a small factory through the trees. It had been the site of the shooting that had taken place around the dawn of the year. In the end, Reiji's deduction had been right on the money. They found a pistol in the pond, and the victim's sons confessed to his father's murder after they raked him over the coals a little. Though it wasn't exactly a laudable way to conduct a police investigation, Ilozumi found it far preferable to letting the killer slip through their fingers. The motive had indeed been money, and irritated Ilozumi that Reiji had been right about that too, but regardless, the case had been closed.
この山にも食いついてきそうだな。
Though he never said why, Reiji Tokisaka had a pathologically zealous hatred of brutal crimes such as murders. Perhaps it had something to do with the case that had driven him to leave the force. Ilozumi decided not to take that train of thought any further. Not just for Reiji's sake, but because he wasn't good with the whole thinking thing in general. Ilozumi had taken a veteran's investigator's words of "inspectors investigate with their feet" to heart. Still, that didn't mean he was reckless. He had enough common sense to avoid crossing the line into foolhardiness anyway. However, when all was said and done,
次からはレイジのやつに任せるか。
Alright, let's ask Reiji. Woo! Reiji had always been a thinker of the two since they were kids. Ooh. By the time Ilozumi had finished questioning the locals after his on-site inspection, the sun was already setting.
腹減ったからな。
He made a point of saying that. Though he'd seen a body just hours before, he still had an appetite. He left his sentimentality on the battlefield over a decade ago, and his heart had only hardened during his time in the force. Iwozumi weaved his hulking body through an alley north of the station until he reached the site for Sore Eyes. Ooh. He could forget all about work here. After all, this wasn't the sort of cafe where he could openly discuss macabre corpses.
いらっしゃい魚住くん。
おう。
Iwozumi returned his old friend's greeting and sat by the counter, silently cringing at the subsequent creaking of the stool beneath him.
コーヒーでいいかしら。
ああ。
Kyoko turned her back to Iwozumi. His eyes were mesmerized by her ponytail swaying back and forth.
今日もお仕事だったの？
ああ。
Iwozumi gave a curt answer and whipped out a cigarette. He knew that he'd be leaving nothing but an awkward silence between them otherwise. It wasn't long before the mellow aroma of coffee mixed with the stench of smoke. Iwozumi found the vibe here calm and relaxing, the kind of place where he could leave behind all the horrors he witnessed on a daily basis. Moonlight was the sole haven of his otherwise hectic life.
お待ちどうさま。
Kyoko set a cup of coffee down in front of him with a clink.
おう。
Iwozumi reached for the sugar bowl and dumped spoonsful of sugar into his coffee. And though he wouldn't say he had a sweet tooth, he and coffee just didn't go together without something to offset the acidity. That's part of the reason why I would drink coffee. But that said, he couldn't drink alcohol when he was still on the clock either.
トーストくらいしかできないけれど、食べる？
ああ。
He wasn't bored enough to ask for something Japanese under present circumstances.
少し待っていてね。
It wasn't long before the savory scent of toasted bread tickles Iwozumi's nose.
昔は魚住くん、日本茶ばかり飲んでいたわよね。
そうだな。
His answers were terse.
好みが変わったのかしら。
かもしれねえな。
Iwozumi bit into a slice of buttered toast. Kyoko chuckled as he poured Iwozumi another cup of coffee.
私も昔はお茶ばかりだったわ。コーヒーを飲み始めたのは、そう、このお店に来るようになってからかしら。
Kyoko surveyed the cafe, eyes glistening with nostalgia and sorrow.
昔の話はやめろ。
Iwozumi cut her off with a low grunt.
そうね、ごめんなさい。
Iwozumi was relieved to hear Kyoko didn't sound quite so heartbroken anymore. Nothing good came from dwelling on the past. Though memories were supposed to glamorize with time, Iwozumi and his friends only found their past lingering stronger and darker than ever, like the ever-approaching specter of death. Especially Kyoko and Reiji. Perhaps Iwozumi had gotten off lucky compared to them. He hadn't lost that much after all.
帰る。邪魔したな。
邪魔だなんて。また来てね、魚住くん。
Iwozumi turned his back to Kyoko and waded out into the ever-darkening night. Two hasty drunkards staggered in front of him.
邪魔だ。
Iwozumi pushed aside the quailing men and made his way towards Kichijoji Station. Oh, hey, Evora! Oh, thanks for joining the stream. Thank you. Do you like visual novels? I'm playing Kara no Shoujo, aka The Cell. Thanks for joining, dude. Hi, nice to meet you, Evora. This is my first stream on Trovo. I'm Moonliight-chan, and well, I'm a VTuber, artist, and gamer. I tend to stream on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. And thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for joining. And I'm doing okay, Evora. Nice to meet you. Well, Evora, check out Moonliightartist on YouTube, okay, dude? Trust me, you won't miss it. This game is called The Cell, aka Kara no Shoujo. It's a murder mystery novel that takes place in post-World War II Japan. I just hope you can handle blood, gore, and nudity. Okay, dude? Woo! Ah, jeez. Chat, you can hear the dog in the background? My neighbor's dog. Doggo, cease. Do you have chain in YouTube? Oh, you mean channel? Yeah, I have a YouTube channel called Moonliightartist. Just type in Moonlight with 2 eyes. Okay? Moonliightartist is our main channel, and MoonliightGaming is our Let's Play channel. It's not that hard to find, dude. He envied them. He would positively kill for a drink at the moment. But he had enough escapism for the day. It wasn't me popped his collar and marched through the frigid February air. The Cell. Oh jeez. Red background. Oh jeez, I remember this music. Ah, jeez. You can write it to your channel. Okay. Okay, hold on a minute, chat. Okay, so Evora, oh jeez, I can hear the music. Oh boy, chat. And it's on February 29th. Oh jeez. The white silhouette of a stark naked girl simmered in the dark, like the moon on the blackest of nights. Blackest of nights. Ah jeez, what's up with my pronunciation? Her rosy nipples heaved up and down. She was asleep. No, unconscious. A gloved hand tightly squeezed her arm. It was perfectly meaty and springy, no complaints there. The girl's wrist and elbow were unfurled, her armpit clenching up in a meager show of resistance. However, she slept peacefully, which was proof that she only fought back unconsciously. Moments later, a leather strap was wrapped around the girl's waist, securing her to the table. Next, her left arm was restrained to the edge in a similar fashion. Thanks, so you're live now on Twitch or just in Trovo? Oh, I'm multi-streaming on Trovo and Kick. Woohoo! I just said woohoo while reading a murder scene. This would do. Finally, the room settled with the hoisting of a hatchet sitting in the corner. The blade seemed somewhat chipped, but it wouldn't impede the task ahead. Steady hands firmly grasped the haft, setting the edge of the cold steel against the girl's shoulder. It dug into her flesh slightly, but hard enough to leave a mark. Alright, here we go. And a moment later, the silence marking dominion over the space came to a violent end. I'm from the moon, Evora. Nice to meet you, dude. Ugh. The air ruptured with the girl's voiceless scream. Yikes. Oh boy. Let's take a good look. No, not here. Yikes. Damn. A moment later, the hatchet's tip dug into the table. The girl's left arm slackly dangled. The fierce grip behind the hatchet came into play, forcing the blade through sinew and bone. The arm crashed down onto the floor, trailed by crimson spurs of blood. Yikes. The girl screamed even louder, flopping up and down on the table like she'd been electrocuted. Good thing I tied her down. The girl's arm, still convulsing and spurting blood onto the floor, did not remain there for long. It was wiped down with a brand new towel, dyeing the fabric burgundy in the blink of an eye. We don't need this blood. It took towel after towel until the arm that had been severed from that abhorrent body was as pristine as sparkling glass. Careful hands wrapped that amputated appendage up in cloth. Now then. A pair of eyes turned their attention to the weakly convulsing sack of flesh. The girl had long ceased screaming, emitting raspy sounds akin to air hissing out of her punctured tire instead. Gloved hands eventually made their way around the girl's legs, unfurling them. However, she no longer had the strength to resist. The table was damp with the liquid that was in blood. It appeared she'd voided herself. Ah, jeez. Next, her vagina, adorned by a thin carpet of pubic hair, was spread open by gloved fingers. She was wet, almost as though they'd been engaged in foreplay mere moments ago. Her labia wriggled from time to time. Ah, jeez. Really? Do you really need that kind of description? Jeez. Evora, you said you don't know, but it appears that you were very old when I heard your voice. Is this true? How old are you? Well, my voice is pretty weird. Sometimes my voice can get very raspy, but I'm infinity years old. The same goes for my twin, Moonlight-kun. Ah, jeez. Cease. I hate it when my voice gets raspy. Disgusting. Disgusting. A knife was pressed against the girl's abdomen. Ugh. The blade danced across her fair skin, as though gutting a fist. A red stream flowed from her navel down. She was cleaved all the way down to her clitoris. The wound spread open and violated by hands thrust deep within. Ugh! The girl exhibited no reaction. The spurting of her blood quickly died down. Fingers crudely seized that organ unique to women, driven by the hope she hadn't died just yet. Ugh! The uterus. It was small enough to fit in a hand. An attempt was made to drag it out of her body, but since it was still attached to parts here and there, the task proved difficult. What, are the ovaries still stuck to the body? Nice to meet you, Evora. Thank you for joining. Yo. Jeez. A knife slid into the incision and attached the uterus from the vagina. China. I don't know about you, Chad, but I find it funny the way Donald Trump pronounces China. China. Okay. A few more quick cuts later, the uterus was at last ripe for removal. The soft, flabby white mass hardly seemed like the organ that nurtured new life. It was nothing more than giblets, a lump of meat. You know how serial killers like to keep a trophy, right? Just saying. Not even a moment later was it hurled to the floor. There was no need for such impure entrails. Impure? Remind yourself of that note. And keep a note of that, chat. Jeez! Outward. An outstretched arm grabbed an egg. A chicken's egg painted black. The string attached to it was cut off, followed by the egg's insertion into the incision. Next, the gloved hand crushed it to pieces. The egg's contents must have already been evacuated, for the cell broke apart without the slightest show of resistance. The arm linked to that clenched fist pulled out with a sickening squelch. Next, said hand put the pieces of egg still clinging to the glove back into the rest of the viscera before pressing it down on the abdomen. Finally, a needle was threaded and stitched the incision shut. The needle pierced her skin over and over again, drawing a crooked cross the top of her abdomen. This should do. A nod for a job well done was quick to follow the end of this crude surgery. Damn, dude. There's just so much symbolism with this. But no spoilers, okay, chat? Woo! All that was left was to dump the body. The air shook and resounded with the gust created from the hand, flipping through a book, the brain serving as its master, pondering what punishment was appropriate for this individual. The lump that had once been a living, breathing girl was promptly wrapped in a black cloth. Time to go. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. March 2nd, 1956. Let's see. Evora, you said to go watch your YouTube channel, and tomorrow I'll get back to you if you open a stream here. I can't stay. You're suffering from a headache. Ah, jeez, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better, dude. Well, if you don't have any, headache medication, just put a wet cloth. Well, take a washcloth, wet it with warm water, and put it on your forehead, and try to go to sleep. Trust me, it works. In any case, dude, thanks for visiting my stream. See you later, dude. Oh, and check me out on Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes Facebook. Just type in Moonliightartist, okay? See ya, dude. Bye. Uozumi, rudely waking by a phone call right before daybreak, drove his newly issued Toyopeg squad car over the Thomas Cemetery in Fuchu. A dense fog cloaked the graveyard. Uozumi loudly stomped on withered branches as he ventured further in. Damn, it looks like the murder's already starting. Oh boy.
ここか。
Cease. It's okay. I see you later and sorry if I bothered you, bae. Don't worry, Ivor, you didn't bother me. Thanks for visiting my stream. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us too. Bye, dude. Bye, Ivora. That's gotta be the spot, huh? Oh, thank you. Thank you for following the channel. Woo! Thank you, dude. You're awesome. Woohoo! Thank you, Ivora. Goodbye. Yay. Yay. Alright, let's save again. Bye, dude. Several police officers had already gathered. One of them saw him and saluted.
お疲れ様です。
お、どうなってんだ？
The officer gestured toward the rest of the assembly. Oh, hello, J-Star. What's up? Your name is J-Star Laugh. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, dude. Welcome to my first stream on Trovo. I'm Moonliight-chan. And, well, me and my twin, we're VTubers, artists, and gamers. Nice to meet you, dude. We mostly stream on YouTube, Kick, and sometimes Twitch. And you can find us on Twitter, and Telegram, Facebook, and Instagram. And thanks for joining my stream, dude. Do you like visual novels? I'm playing Kara no Shoujo, which is a murder mystery. The officer gestured toward the rest of the assembly.
あ、第一発見者は付近の住人です。昨晩遅くにここで何かが燃やされているのを発見したとのことです。
Uh-huh.
で、仏はどこだ？
こちらです。
The officer led Urozumi over to the corpse. A grim tension was palpable throughout the cemetery. It was highly unlikely that a run-of-the-mill burned corpse could have produced such a baleful atmosphere. There had been far too many disturbing murders recently. That wasn't even getting into how still they weren't getting any closer to unraveling the mystery surrounding the dismembered body from the other day.
嫌な感じだ。
A noxious odor bored into Urozumi's nostrils. It was the stench of a battlefield, the stench of a village seared to a crisp by incendiary bombs. Oh geez, Urozumi, you're getting PTSD or something? The stench of when one of his war buddies had burned to death in battle. That unpleasant fettor of an object permeated with machine oil, which smelled different from the meat cooking on the grill. Oh jeez. Oh, hey Nikosos! Oh, hey dude, thanks for joining! This is my first Trovo stream. What's up, dude? How are you? Woo! I'm Moonliight-chan. Well, I tend to stream on YouTube. Let's see, me and my twin are artists, gamers, and VTubers. Ah, jeez. How many times do I have to keep repeating myself? Ah, jeez. Anyway, thanks for joining, and well, I hope you like this visual novel. It's a murder mystery called Kara no Shoujo. The Girl in the Cell. Well, ah, jeez.
どうぞ。
The officer's voice brought Urozumi back to his senses. His eyes turned to where the man was pointing.
なんだってんだ、こいつは。
How's the corpse? Ugh. The corpse has a burned foot? What he witnessed defied all understanding. The sight was absolutely baffling to a realist like Urozumi. There really had been far too many murders as of late. It was way too much for him to handle by himself.
やつに任せるか。
A certain detective, who only ever stuck his nose in a crime like these, came to mind. Yes, this case was perfect for Reiji Tokisaka. Ooh. Yo, I can't read Japanese, yo. And it's a gray. Ooh. Ooh, is this the intro? Sweet. Ah, sweet. Who am I? Kara no Shoujo.
震え届く風頬ねてゆく静寂に抗う赤子のように抱え込み離さなかったカゴはたやすく崩れ去る限られた時と狭間を行く無理の取り示したロシの木たち月を背にした暗闇さえも愛しく思えるひび割れかけてく歪んだ糸のよ届かない叫びをこの胸に抑えてかざした手のひらすり抜けてく想い出せもしない打ち捨てた体が迷いの中漂いたどり着くのは途切れた奇跡
Awesome intro. Canto 1, the 2-cent copper coin.
初めて絵筆に触れたのはいつだったろうか。父が所持していた古くて筆先が固まったものを見つけたのが最初かもしれない。当然絵が描けるはずもなく、ただ振り回していただけだった気がする。きちんとした絵筆を手にしたのはずっと後。本格的に絵を学び始めた頃だった。新たな世界が開けたと思った。現実とは異なる鮮やかな世界。
I, Reiji Tokisaka, was drafting a report at my detective agency in the heart of Shinjuku. I summarized the details of the case with a cigarette in my mouth and the occasional swig of whiskey. The case in question had been rather standard, all things considered. A rich man was murdered and his son was arrested. However, the son kept claiming innocence. Thus, I cleared his name by finding proof that the father had in fact taken his own life. With that, it was a wrap. I scrawled the son's name in a client box, concluding the report. I reclined against my chair. After getting a much needed stretch in, I stubbed out my smoke, pulled a new one out of my cigarette carton, and lit it up. Ugh, can you clean your room, Reiji? Damn. The smoke rose up before being dispersed by the ceiling fan. That was it. Case closed. My job was done. What's more, it paid pretty decently, so I wouldn't have to worry about going hungry for quite some time. In hindsight, though, I felt like I've been working non-stop the past 3 months. Between our murder case over inheritance, the factory vixen murder, and the murder spawned from trouble in the red light district, I had hardly a moment to myself. Ain't that right, Reiji? I spat those words out with a puff of smoke. Sad as it was to say, the world had degenerated into a rather savage place. Yet, ironically enough, it was that very facet of it that provided a living for people like me. After all, where would detectives be without the misfortune of others to feed upon? You could really clean your room, Reiji. Damn. Fortunately, I had no other cases on my plate at the moment. Going home and letting my hair down was sounding really appealing. And what the heck am I still doing here? I quickly packed my things and left. The Tokisaka Detective Agency was located in a building that could be reached through a narrow alley behind the Isetan department store near Shinjuku Station. This area could hardly be called the epitome of law and order. What with unlicensed brothels, a stone's throw away and all. I taped a piece of paper on my door, wrote closed, if urgent please come to the following location, and scribbled down my home address. Are you sure you want to do that, Reiji? Oh, hey Pablo. Hey dude. I noticed you dropped out. You visited my stream earlier. Thanks again. Woo! Thanks for joining my channel, dude. Woohoo! Yay! That way, there'd be no issues if I did happen to get a client during my brief sabbatical. Though whether they'd be willing to make the trip to the outskirts of Suginami or not was on them. I highly doubted anyone would target a detective agency with nothing valuable in sight for robbery. And even if they did, it wouldn't be long before they left empty-handed in disappointment and disgust. I took a look at my pocket watch. Getting home was easy enough. Just a simple trip down the Seibu line to Kami Sakuji. But I figured I'd take a little detour first. I passed by Kinokuniya and made my way to the JNR's very own Shinjuku station. Though it gotten a lot warmer lately, the passers-by were still wearing coats. Oh, Kinokuniya? I've heard of that. It's a book chain store that exists in real life. There's even some Kinokuniya bookstores outside of Japan. Shit. I even seen a Kinokuniya booth at an anime convention, but that was years ago. Weaving my way through the crowd to the station's ticket counter, I bought a ticket to Kichijoji on the Chuo line and passed through the gate and boarded the train. Damn. 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was already 11 p.m. by the time I reached Kichijoji. After walking through the station's north exit, I passed by the shopping district founded on the remains of the black market until I reached my destination. The Cafe Moonworld. Ah, jeez. A place with pretty good coffee and pastries. I came here quite often, even though there are plenty of cafes closer to my agency. The fact that it was run by an old friend of mine played a fairly large part in that.
すみません、今日はもう閉店で。
京子、俺だよ。
あら、時坂くんだったの。
Hey Kyoko. The woman, Kyoko, has the key. Stop wiping the counter once you saw my face.
コーヒーもらえるか？
今からだと入れ直すのに時間がかかるけど、いいかしら。
Kyoko gestured to an empty coffee pot.
時間がかかるのなら、そうだな。焼酎のお湯割りでいいぞ。
そう？それじゃあ私ももらおうかな。
Kyoko turned around and pulled a bottle of soju off the
飲
shelf.
んでもいいのか？
だってもうお店は閉めちゃっているもの。
Ew, drinking on the job? Pretty sneaky. But hey, you own the place. You can do what you want, Kyoko. Kyoko added some soju to 2 glasses full of hot water. I don't know what that is. The twin liquids mixed within.
はい、どうぞ。
I took the glass from Kyoko after she emerged from behind the counter. She tried to sit on the stool, only to find an apron hanging off of it.
あら、あの子ここに置いていっちゃったのね。
あの子。
I took the bait and gave in to my curiosity.
ええ、この前雇った新しい子。前に話したでしょ？
Oh yeah, I think she might have mentioned that.
住み込みだし、部屋にいるから呼んでくる？
いや、今度でいいさ。もう夜も遅いからな。
I tipped my glass and gulped down the mild soju.
そう？
Kyoko answered curtly before sipping her own concoction.
おいしい。
そりゃ、カストリ焼酎とは違うだろうからな。
Oh, jeez.
当たり前じゃない。ちゃんとした麦焼酎よ。
Yeah, whatever. I don't drink alcohol, so I can't exactly relate to this dialogue here.
わかってる。
I placated Kyoko after her cheeks inflated in indignation.
あまりお酒は出ないお店だけど、それでもいいものを揃えているんだから。
わかってるさ。もう酔ったのか？
まさかこのくらいで酔うわけないじゃない。
Kyoko glanced down at her glass as he spoke.
酔いたい気分になることはあるけれどね。
そうだな。
I nodded. With the city hands life kept dealing us, it was only natural to want to drown our sorrows every now and then.
まあ今は忙しくてそれどころじゃないけれどね。
Kyoko acted cheerful, as if trying to weed out the darkness creeping into her heart. But that was perfectly fine. It wasn't like I'd come to trade sob stories again.
お仕事は順調？
そうだな。一件片付いたからしばらくは暇になろうと思ってる。
それがいいわよ。仕事のしすぎで体を壊しちゃ元も子もないから。
I'm glad to hear it. Pushing yourself is pointless, even if it... Damn it, why am I reading the dialogue?
心配しなくてもそんなことにはならないぞ。
だといいんだけれど。
As much as I wish Kyoko didn't look so worried, I can hardly blame her. Not after how she lost her husband anyway.
休めるうちに休んでおいた方がいいわよ。
ああ、わかってるさ。
I gulped down the last of my soju and got
帰っ
up.
て寝るわ。いくらだ？
I whipped my wallet out as I got ready to leave.
今日はサービスしておいてあげる。私も飲んだしね。
気にしなくてもいいぞ。入金があったから懐には余裕ある。
私がおごりたい気分だったのよ。
そうか。それじゃありがたくおごられることにするよ。
ありがとう。
また来るよ。おやすみ。
Reiji, do you have a thing for Kyoko? Iwazumi is gonna be pissed, you know.
ええ、おやすみなさい、時坂くん。
See ya, Kyoko. I left the cafe as Kyoko saw me off.
もう電車は動いていないよな。
Oh well, my place wasn't that far on foot from here anyway. I whipped my body into action as I made my way through the wintry city, the warmth of the Shoujo fueling me onward. The cell. I truly did love her. Wait, save. I love everything about her. Her legs, her hips, her fingers, her head, her eyes, her hair, all of it. She was the perfect specimen who stood tall, well above heights that scum like me could ever dream of reaching. Jeez. And yet, she still deigned to descend down to my level. If only one thing held true in this world, it was that she was there for me.
風が気持ちいいね。
I glanced at the side of her face as she leaned against the fence surrounding the pond, her voice ringing through my ears like a psalm. Her silky smooth hair, obsidian as the night, danced elegantly in the wind. It framed that face as immaculate as a doll's, the beguiling expression of a goddess brimming with vigor. Many a time had I been struck by a fancy to kiss the lips that rested upon that vision of beauty, but I knew I couldn't. After all, neither she nor I was homosexual, and really there was nothing more I feared than incurring her distaste. If she ever came to hate me, I would have nothing left. I didn't care if the rest of the world hated me. It was no secret, even to myself, that my presence was met with disdain by the student body. Jeez. I can tell this is Mizuharu's perspective, isn't it? I was just another face in the crowd, a nobody amidst a gaggle of wealthy heiresses who wouldn't even bat an eye at being called princess. Damn, Toko, stop putting yourself down so hard. The daughter of a poor pigment refiner could never hope to speak as an equal to such girls. Day after day, I constantly wondered what I was even doing there. But even that changed once I met her. It finally dawned upon me that fate had brought me into this world, solely to meet her.
どうしたんだい？
Her voice interrupted my thoughts. Though her voice was clearly that of a maiden, her choice of words were those of a man. That stark contrast was an irresistible facet of what made her unique.
なんでもないわ。
I couldn't very well admit that I'd been thinking of her. Much as I longed to with all my heart, I feared that would spell the end of our relationship.
見てごらん。月が綺麗だよ。
Uh-huh. She pointed up to the sky. A slightly waning moon was poking its head out between a gap in the
そし
clouds.
て湖面に映る月もゆらゆらと揺らめいてなんとも幻想的だと思わないかい？ええ、とても。
I nodded. She was part of the landscape I could see. Not even the Renaissance masters of old could ever hope to replicate the pure spectacle of seeing her, the moon, and the pond together. Hey, what's up with Kick? Okay. Alright, so far Kick is okay, and so is Shoujo. Sweet. Sweet.
そして君も。
Silently, she held my face in her hands. A simple touch from her was all it took to set my heart ablaze.
そうだね。綺麗な瞳だ。
Her face was right in front of mine. I could feel her breath caressing my lips.
髪も伸びたね。私たちが出会った頃はもっと短かったのに。
She wrapped her hair around her fingers. She wrapped my hair around her fingers. I yearned to be like her. That was why I started growing my hair out. I wanted to resemble her as closely as possible. That way I could catch her eye, even if only for a fleeting moment.
でも私癖っ気だからお手入れが大変で。 それはいけないな。今度私が使っている洗髪料をあげるから試してみるといい。
本当？
I saw her face a skeptical look.
嘘をつく意味がないじゃないか。
She smirked, looking every bit like a mischievous kitten. I wanted to embrace her. I wanted to hold her and feel all that she was. I wanted to know her.
そろそろ帰ろうか。
She spontaneously uttered those words of parting. This time had come for the character to turn back into a pumpkin.
もう少し一緒にいてもいい？
I didn't want to say goodbye. I didn't want her to leave me. I wished for nothing more than to savor the time we had all to ourselves, for the sands in the hourglass still halt so as to perpetuate this moment.
仕方ないな。それでは家まで送っていきましょう。お嬢様。
And with that playful jab, she took my hand and gave me a little peck on the fingers. That simple little gesture drove me to paralysis so profound that I couldn't even so much as look her in the eye. Yes. Talk about Yuri undertones. Sees. March 4th, 1956. Hey, sleepyhead. Come on, Reiji, get up. I sat up in my futon and stretched out as soon as I woke up. I'd gone to bed right after getting home last night. My every pore had sagged with exhaustion, and though I couldn't tell if it was from all the stress of work or if I was simply beat from the drink and walk home. Either way, I felt alive again. I checked my pocket watch on my desk to find that it wasn't even 8 a.m. yet. Just as I was considered lazing around in bed all day, my senses were overwhelmed by a savory aroma wafting in from the kitchen. My stomach growled greedily, not even a moment later.
朝飯できてるのか。
Right after I got on my knees and was about to grab the door, it slid open on its own.
おはようございます、兄さん。
Hey, Yukari.
ああ、おはよう、ゆかり。
My sister Yukari loomed over me.
朝食はいりますか？
腹は減っているな。
Hardly any point pretending otherwise.
そうですか。でもその前にきちんと着替えてくださいね。昨晩帰ってきたまますぐに眠ってしまったのでしょ？
Confused by my sister's random moment of omniscience, it took a moment to realize I was still decked out in my slacks, dress shirt, and socks. Jeez. Damn, Reiji, you were that tired? How old are you?
さすがにネクタイは外していたんだな。
シワだらけじゃないですか。洗濯しますから脱いでください。
Yukari reached for the buttons on my shirt.
自分でするからいいって。
I doubted I ever lived down the same of getting stripped by my sister.
兄さんの服はそこにありますから。
Yukari saw at a glance at a neatly folded kimono in a corner of the room.
脱いだ服は脱衣所のカゴに入れておいてくださいね。
After saying that, Yukari left me in peace.
やれやれ。
Has he no same? As the only family seat I left, I gravely feared for her future. I heaved a deep sigh and started changing. Breakfast was already on the table by the time I emerged into the living room clad in my kimono. Warm steam billowed from the sliced salmon and rice.
さすがにまだ寒いな。
I huddled my shoulders and sat down.
そうですか？
Yukari cocked her head as she carried over some piping hot miso soup.
今朝は随分と暖かいと思いますけど。
あんな格好で寝ていたせいか。
かもしれませんね。風邪薬出しておきますか？
いや、それほどでもないさ。 飯食おうぜ。
I reached for the food to alleviate the momentary concern and anxiety I glimpsed in Yukari's eyes. I didn't have a cold, and I could take a little chill. I broke down the salmon using my chopsticks while flipping through the morning paper with my free hand. Oh, pretty ambidextrous, Reiji.
兄さん、食事中ですよ。
すぐ済むさ。
A small article in the corner of the paper caught my eye. It concerned a murder. According to the article, a woman's body had been found in Tama Cemetery. What's more, the authorities had yet to successfully identify her, despite their best efforts.
相変わらず物騒だな。
We're all savage as ever.
つい先日も井の頭公園で遺体が発見されたそうですよ。
Yukari's shoulder slumped. Hey Moonies, I'm gonna end the stream right here. It may be a bit abrupt, but well, it's almost 3 hours, and well, we're getting kind of tired. Aren't you tired? I mean, right now? In any case, Moonies, I'm Moonliightartist. An artist, gamer, and even a sit poster. Okay, most of our content is on YouTube. We even have a Rumble, an Odyssey, or a Bitsu. Just type in Moonliightartist into your search engine, Moonliightartist with 2 eyes, and you'll see what you can get. Let's see, all of our socials are on our All My Links page, Flow page, and iLink page. And not only that, we also sell our art merchandise on art stores. If you're watching this from Trovo, it should be down below on the links. Anyway, Moonies, thank you for watching my stream. I really love this game, Karno Shoujo. I loved it for, well, almost a decade. A little over a decade, but I'm glad I was able to share this with you. I'm glad this game got retranslated. And furthermore, well, Moonies, see you on the other side of the moon. Niggas. Bye!